Welcome back, everybody. It is time for Clara's 2-year update. She's 24 months old now, and it's been a while since we did one of these updates, so it's really hard to condense the past 6 months into just a short review, but let me touch on some of the big milestones. First of all, she, up until her 2nd birthday, she nursed free choice. So she got to nurse whenever she wanted to, essentially. Of course, when she got, a little older, so in the past few months, I didn't really nurse that much when we were going places with other people, which wasn't happening often since the whole COVID thing. But other than that, at home, she pretty much just nursed free choice. The other thing is that in terms of her sleeping schedule, which we don't have a schedule, we just kind of went by how every day went, and she co-slept with us in bed. For the most part, my husband isn't home, so Tim isn't home. He's only home on weekends, so it's just me and her, really. So it was pretty easy to have the space. Our mattress was on the floor, still is actually, though we're now, after her birthday, starting to transition her to her own bed. But up until her 2nd birthday, mattress on the floor, and she co-slept. And she also slept on that mattress for her naps. Naps, she still continued napping. But a few days now and then she didn't need her nap, and then she generally went to bed just a little early in the evenings, and it's usually a little more cranky at the end of the night. But she continued just one nap that averaged about 2 hours a day for nap times. In terms of her physical development, she walks up and down stairs by herself, no problem. She loves playing soccer. She throws a ball and she tries to catch them, though that's not working out too well just yet. She does all of the things like when we tell her to stretch, she'll stretch, she'll go down on her haunches, she'll roll, and I mean sideways, not like over her head, but she'll roll sideways. She'll jump, she'll clap, so she can, A, she'll follow like simple commands when she wants to, and B, she can do all of the things. She can stand on her tippy toes, walk on her tippy toes, she'll walk backwards, all of those kind of physical milestones she's doing fantastic with. She does like going for walks, and here we have the opportunity to go out in the woods and around the fields, so we've been out a lot. She's generally out a lot. She also rides the horses regularly. She has her own little riding helmet that she got last Christmas, and she rides one of my mares a lot, and she really enjoys that, so that's awesome. She's also able to get dressed by herself in terms of putting on pants, socks, and shoes. Now she can't really tighten the shoes yet, obviously, so I help there, but she's able to do that. On the flip side, she also likes to undress herself at inconvenient times, but that's another story. Same is true for her diaper. We only had one incident where she took off her diaper. Now, it was a messy incident, so it has stayed in my memory quite pungently so, but yeah, so she did that once, but for the most part we got lucky there. Which brings me to potty training. Over this summer we started introducing her to the toilet and the potty. We have two things. We have a potty that's just from IKEA, and we also have a toilet seat that you just put on your toilet, and it just, smaller, and helps her sit on it. So we have those two things. She does not like that toilet seat. The potty, she was okay with, and she used it a few times, but I don't think she was really ready for it. Like she went both pee and poop on the potty over the summer, and we did it in the summer because she was outside, and because behind the house we have a deck and stuff, so it's just very private, nobody will see her, so she'll run around naked there, and we put the potty up, and that worked because we could just kind of put her then on the potty, and it was kind of an easy way to introduce it. But it just didn't stick, and then at some point she just refused outright, and she hated it. She did not want it anywhere close. She really, really didn't want it, so I didn't want to push it. She's still young, So we stopped essentially pushing the potty on her, and we just gave her a break from it. And up until now, she has not shown interest in using the toilet again. She keeps telling us that she is too little, too klein, when we suggest she might want to try the toilet, and so we're just giving her time. So potty training is started, but not yet successfully, so I would say. In terms of things she likes, puzzles and drawing. She loves puzzling. She does anything, I think for her second birthday she got a bunch of bigger ones, but up until then the biggest one was I think 24-piece puzzles or 30-piece puzzles that she did, and she likes them, and that's, I mean, that's pretty big puzzles for a 2-year-old, and she's really good at them. Like, I mean, we do them together for the most part, but she can find the pieces, find the right spot, she puts them in, her fine motor skills are really good. So I'm really happy about that, because it's also one of those things that is a bit more downtime. She's a very active child and usually wants to, you know, run and be on the trampoline or be in the pool and jump and, you know, be very active. So puzzling is one of those times when we can kind of do some quiet time together and bring her down from all that excitement of the day. The other thing is drawing, and she loves drawing, and by now she does draw like figures with mouth, eyes, eyebrows. The eyebrows are one of the most important parts, ears, feet, hands, and they even get like a flower in the hand or something, and it's really cute. She calls them Ratetets. Now this is not a word in either German or English. I don't even know how it happened that we ended up calling them that. I think it was like something she mumbled and then we picked it up and we thought it was funny, so she kept using it. So they're her little Ratetets, which I would say it's kind of like a monster, I guess, that she draws, and she loves doing that. She says short sentences, things like Clara doesn't want that, or Clara wants to have an apple, that kind of thing. Most of the time in German, just because I speak German with her, her German is, I would say, for the most part, it was always her stronger language in terms of spoken and even passive vocabulary, but just recently it's almost even out. She uses English a ton now, and she has really clued in to speak German with me and English with her dad, and it's just amazing to me to see that. So she had, obviously she had that English passive vocabulary because I read to her in English and we practiced both English and German. So now she uses them both so much and so well, and she really talks a lot. It's hard to compare to other children because when they're out together, it's, you know, they're not busy having conversations just yet, but I think she's doing extremely well. And she'll respond to my sentences, so she comprehends them and then she answers accordingly, and she uses 3-4 word sentences at a time. Not always, of course, but she can, so that's going really well as well. I guess the last two things that are things she really likes doing are her reading time and telling stories. So of course we just read so much, especially with all the COVID happening, where our opportunity to do groups and all of that has been very limited. We've been building our library and engaging in so much reading and talking about the stories and doing that, and she loves it and I love it, so that's one of our favorite pastimes. And the other thing is make-believe games. So she has like little tea sets, so she'll make so she'll like pour tea or coffee, and she'll have little plates and little fake bagels and lots of fruit and vegetables, and she has a little kitchen that she got from IKEA, and she'll like cook on it, and she'll like stir, and she has plastic knives to cut things with and spoons to you know, spoon feed me or her stuffed animals. So she involves both me as well as her stuffed animals, and other make-believe games also involve like her making a little zoo of like her little plastic figurines and then having them in little cages and then feeding them, or taking animals for walks, that kind of thing. So she has an incredibly active imagination, and it's just a blast to play with her. She's so creative, she is so smart, she is so engaged, and she's just perfect. So that's our 2-year update. Unbelievable. I'm gonna do another one of these probably in 6 months, if I have something interesting to share. And until then, I hope you're all doing well.